Thank you for bringing these cans. This young man here asked if he could volunteer. We need volunteers. And just one thing, I hate talking about the benches. I hate talking about the benches. When they're mad, Salvation Army doesn't get donations. It's just that simple, folks.
But anyway, my question was about the benches. You said it was a issue with safety or crime or whatever, or them seeing them here and it's I don't know. Sorry, but I don't understand if they're taking out this park or dividers or whatever, put it in so they don't lay down. Why aren't they taken out over there at the park, like the memorial or anything like that?
The second reason I don't like talking about the benches is because what I've seen, the reason I asked Captain Sutton to be here is crime went up when the benches were here. Donations went down when the benches were here. Arguments among my friends occurred when the benches were here. The young lady what's your first name? Emmy brought up, well, geez, why do they work why does the bench okay over there, that's not over here? I don't know. It's not.
Good point.
I like that one a lot.
I don't know. But it seems when they're here, people like yourselves who care so much, you then want to bring food here. You then want to bring them here. And then instead of them being in all these programs that we work day and night to create for 30 years, they're not over there, they're over here.
I want you to look in the state of Florida. There is no city our size that has anything like the Center for Hope. It's a $10.7 million facility built in the Rosemary District neighborhood with the consent of the Rosemary District and several years ago. And it's supported by our community, and they perform miracles there. I think they have the best drug detoxification program in America. You know, they had the VIPA program, which 60% of the people who graduate from that program are sober a year after they graduate. The national average is around 10%. That's a miracle that happens every day in people's lives here in Sarasota that people hear almost nothing about. I don't think we give ourselves credit for the great work that's being done.
I don't want to downgrade the homeless because they're my family too. But I also got to respect myself because I don't drink, I don't do drugs. It makes it look bad for all the homeless people, and it makes it even more worse for these benches to be around these parks because it gives reason for people to be lazy. It gives them reason to not better themselves. And it makes all these businesses look kind of bad.
So that means there's about 15,000 people spending the night at the Salvation Army without an incident for every one person that gets arrested under the tampering ordinance. So it's actually called the lodging ordinance now. But that's an incredible success story when you have 15,000 successful nights for every one night that they're there. That one person gets arrested. And the other thing about the Salvation Army, while we're still on that, they serve 250,000 free meals. You know, we talked about Sarasota being a rich community. How about nearly 250,000 free meals at the Salvation Army in the last year? And the reason they can do that is tremendous partners throughout the community.
We had a roof over our head. We ate at Salvation Army, and we had wonderful dinners, and everybody was so nice to us. And now we're at a house.
Yeah, right.
You know,
happy fingers.
Yeah, definitely.
Congratulations. Resurrection House, which is run by volunteers and organizations of churches, has been a daycare center for the homeless and has been there for over 25 years. The same year that the National Coalition for the Homeless designated Sarasota as the meanest city in America, they recognized Washington, D.C. for opening up a daycare center for the homeless. And they were providing just some of the services that Resurrection House at that point had already been providing for 20 years. So we were 20 years ahead of D.C. on having a daycare center for the homeless, but they didn't recognize that.